so when we say natural products, what does that mean?
Yeah, well, the first priority is cruelty-free and vegan. So that means no animals were used in any kind of way in the process of production of the products. But I also have clean beauty products, which is kind of a liberal term, and every store defines it differently. Like Sephora just came out with their clean rules. But it's definitely paraben-free, sulfate-free, and petrochemical-free are the three big no-nos. And then none of our skincare has synthetic fragrance or color.
Got it. Why does that matter?
Because we're seeing that studies come up with some of these ingredients causing deleterious effects. I mean, they've even been linked to cancer. You read some scare tactics too. And there's a lot more science and a lot more studying to be done. But why use something if you know it may be bad for you when you can have a better product that you know is good for you?
Okay, so the reason that I'm here is because last year you applied for the small business, I almost said loan, it's not a loan, it was a gift, right?
It's grant, right, Seeds for Life grant, yeah, absolutely.
So what was that process like? How did you find out about it? Why did you apply?
Well, I worked through the clubhouse to develop my business plan, so I heard about it through, just through the clubhouse, and I was really excited because it was a grant. Because you can get a loan, but grants are really, really hard to come by for small businesses. And so I looked into it, and you had to have a business plan. You had to have like 3-year projections with your balance sheet and your cash flow and your income statement. So I had already done all that, in preparing for my business. So I kind of had everything all ready to go. Applied, had no idea I would make the cut for the pitch contest. And working through the clubhouse, I'd also done several pitch contests. So that kind of set me up to be more comfortable with kind of going out there and pitching my brand to a bunch of judges, for money. So it was really exciting. It was kind of like a smaller Shark Tank.
That's how you described it.
Yeah.
So it's 2 rounds. You first pass like the written application, I guess, and then if you pass that, then you go to kind of the Shark Tank round.
Right, and it was a very low number that made the actual cut. So you really have to have your first round application. Like you need to give them what they are asking for and not cut corners. Because this is important to your business anyway. So every business should have a business plan. They should know where they're going to be in 3 years. And if they don't, find some help. Go to the Small Business Development Center. Go to one of the co-working spaces and get some help. Get some tutoring. There's plenty of classes and networking events out there. There's a lot of outreach for small businesses. There's SCORE mentors. So there's just a lot of outreach that small businesses can tap into to develop those, and then they can take that. I took that $10,000 and I invested in the business and signage and marketing, and I hired 2 part-time low to moderate income persons. So and that's what it's all about, is like giving back to the community, giving back to the people who live here, and helping raise the status of the economy in downtown Augusta specifically.
So you kind of already touched on it, what you were able to do with the money. So $10,000, what have you done with it? Where are you now that you would not have otherwise been without that $10,000?
Yeah, well, I did signage. So I got an A-frame sign. I have the sign out front, in front of the store, and just people seeing that has brought, about 50% of new customers I get are based on, they saw the sign and came in. I also got into the Little Guide, which is, kind of the book, the red book in downtown Augusta, and so people from out of town pick that up in hotels or Airbnbs, and so they found us through that. So that's been really, really productive as well.
Yeah, because you guys you're close to Broad. Like you said, there's not much foot traffic here, but you're close to Broad, and that sign that hangs down from Broad.
Yeah, people see it. Yeah.
Something seemingly so small can make a huge difference.
Yeah, and it took me a while to kind of, decide what I wanted to do with the sign, but now it's really beautiful, I think. And so I'll go and flag people down when they're at the stoplight, because they'll be looking in like, what is that? It's shop, It's like, come on in and check it out. And one guy actually did come around the block and it came in when I did that. So so it's, we are a destination on 12th Street because we're not right on Broad, so we don't get the walking traffic that Broad Street does. But I think, with the painting of the door, lilac, and, the bright sign, and the sign on the corner of Broad Street, that's really helped bring new folks in, and everybody's really super excited to have such an eclectic boutique store downtown, because downtown needs more retail, for sure. We have lots of restaurants and bars, and they're absolutely fantastic, and we have events, we have things to do, but yeah, there's not a whole bunch of places to shop, and people come from out of town, they want to shop downtown. This is where they want to be. So
right. What do you think it was that made you make the cut? I mean, I think you touched on it a little just when you said people are excited about an eclectic boutique like this downtown, but what do you think it was that separated you from your competition?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd already proved, I had the store open, it was running, it was, I pay a good wage, I don't pay minimum wage to my employees. I think that's very important, because, I have to allow them to have a living as well. So that's really important. But I think it was just having, the background of really doing my homework before. I was already ready when that grant came out. You cannot have a grant application come out and then do all the work to do what it takes to get that approval process. It doesn't work that way. You have to be prepared ahead of time, and there's certain steps you need to go through. And again, I mentioned the great resources that we have in this community, and if you want your business to succeed, you'll invest in those resources. It just takes time for the most part. Most of them are free. So why wouldn't you do that if the success of your business depends on that? So, that's what I did. I mean, a lot of times that you get kind of caught up in the excitement of opening up a business and, opening the doors to a shop, and you're ahead of yourself, and you don't do the planning. And once you get that planning in place, then you're liable to be much more successful, because we've been operating in the black since we opened. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So my thought process was this will air tonight at 5. The deadline for this round is midnight on Friday.
Right.
People would have enough time to fill out their application, but then as we started talking, I was like, oh, maybe not. But it sounds like maybe not somebody who just fly by the seat of their pants, but if you're a business, like you said, that's already kind of where you were, I've already done that, I've already forecasted.
Right.
They probably will. If they see the story tonight, didn't know about it, they will have time before midnight on Friday to get stuff together. If that happens, and there are small business owners who see this tonight at 5, and they want to get it done by midnight on Friday, what's your advice?
Have your paperwork. I mean, you have to have your business license, you have to have your sales tax license, you have to be like a legitimate business. So you have to be registered with the state, you have to be registered with the county, Richmond County. So you have to have that all in place. You can't just be an upstart business and you're just kind of getting all that together. You have to actually be an established business. So if you're not, don't even try. Get that stuff together, and hopefully they'll have another grant round soon, because I think it's proven to have a lot of interest. And again, small businesses, they're the lifeblood of a city. I mean, without all these small businesses, then where would we be? We just have the big box stores in the suburbs. So this is what gives us our heart. This is what really gives us eclectic vibrancy kind of thing.
Character.
So, yeah, character.
And it's fine if there is none, because you guys are very different, the 10 of you who won the grant the last time. Is there any kind of community there? Was there ever a night of drinks where the 10 of you, I mean, what's the community like there? Because I mean, even though you all are different, you're all small businesses,
right.
You can learn from one another.
Right. Well, we met at one meeting, so we didn't have a lot of time to really do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Chris Wright, has a gym that he opened up, and so I had some extra weights at my house. I'm like, dude, do you want some weights? And he's like, okay. So he came to my house and picked up that. So yeah, there's a little bit and some of the ones downtown I know, and they pop in and see me, and we chat a little bit about small business and how's it going kind of thing. So yeah, there's a little bit of camaraderie with the group, because everyone's kind of in the same boat, right? And we all want to raise that boat up together. So
right. Last thing, if somebody has never heard of you, never been here, why should they make the trip downtown? Or if they live downtown like me and just haven't come in, why should they walk into Field?
Well, we have products that you can't get in Sephora, you can't get in Ulta, and you don't have to worry about looking at the ingredients. You also have, I'm a formulator, I'm skincare formulator. So I can tell you about the ingredients, I can tell you what they do, you can tell me your issues. So essentially you're getting like a makeup and skincare consultation when you walk in here, which is, you know, you don't get that at Walgreens.
Right.
You don't get that when you're just kind of like looking at the ingredients thinking, well, what is this? What are these big words? What do they mean? What's it going to do to my skin? You don't have to worry about that. We've already vetted out the products, but if you want more information, we can certainly give that to you, and I can, you know, and all the staff have been trained to really know the ingredients and know their the actives in the ingredients and what they're good for, and so we can recommend products. And we actually work with a couple of estheticians who use these products on their clients.
Cool.
Yeah. So another partnership, yeah.
For me, one of my big concerns is hyperpigmentation. I'm fair.
Right.
I mean, and I don't have any makeup on or anything, so you can see, I mean,
Yeah.
like where a lot of people see it, in my cheeks, where the sun hits
sun
me.
damage, yeah.
Yeah, and gosh, if I could go back to my 15-year-old self and tell her to put on sunscreen.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Same.
Right? So many
Same.
people.
I grew up with a pool, and yeah, and it's you know, it
Yeah.
shows. Like
Yeah.
when you hit 40 and on, it's like, oh, what is all this stuff? And it's like,
Right.
well, that's what you
sun
did
does.
when you were a teenager.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, first and foremost, is sunscreen. Is there a sunscreen over here?
There is not a sunscreen over here. We do carry some really great sunscreens
But
that
that's
are
like-
mineral based, and so, you know, I say like the four things are cleanse, tone, serum, sunscreen, and
Got it.
then you moisturize if you need that.
Got it.
But like the Cooler brand we have is a BB cream, so that means it's got moisturizers in it, so you don't even need to add a moisturizer when you use that.
Okay.
But
Say that one more
for
time. Cleanse.
cleanse, tone, use a toner, and then use a serum, and that would be an active for whatever kind of condition that you're suffering from, or I hate to say suffer, but you know, whatever
No, struggling with, yeah.
you're worried about,
Right.
whatever issues yours is hyperpigmentation, vitamin C serum, easy, yeah.
Right.
And that combined with the vitamin E would like help you build collagen, and it helps like even skin tone out, so
it.
use that over time, and it helps like regenerate those cells.
Got it.
Our skin produces vitamin C already, but we have so much stress in our diet and the environment, you know, even if we don't get enough sleep, our skin is just struggling to produce the vitamin C that keeps it healthy. So
Right.
when you use a serum, a vitamin C serum, it really helps promote your skin to create the vitamin C that it needs, and
Got
it's just
it.
like it's comfortable with that.
Right.
And so I just tell people you want happy skin.
Yeah.
Like people say it's dry, it's oily. I said no, you just need to balance it.
Yeah.
You know, you just need to kind of like not abuse it and
Yeah.
give it some really good clean products, and it'll balance itself. Like your
Right.
skin is very resistant and resilient, and so it's going to kind of come to balance if you treat it right.
Perfect. Okay, so hyperpigmentation, what would you recommend?
So this is one of our best sellers. This
Okay.
is Jules and Esther Vitamin C and E Cream
Okay.
Serum, and it's got 18% vitamin C in it, which is about where you want to leave it. Too much is not a good thing as far as vitamin C goes.
Really?
So you
Why?
see some that are really high.
Yeah, I've seen
then
some that
it's-
are 30.
Yeah, then it just causes sensitization, and then your body gets inflamed, your face gets inflamed, and so it's fighting inflammation
Right.
because it's just too much.
Right.
You need a good amount. So 18% is 18 to 20 is about right. So this, and it has vitamin E in it, which is really helps like plump your skin up too. It's very fatty oil. So
Perfect.
and it works with helps absorb the vitamin C. So if you see a vitamin C serum, you want to make sure it has vitamin E in it too, because it won't be as effective if it doesn't have that E to help absorb it in the skin.
Got it. Perfect.
So this is a really nice one, and it smells like oranges. So
Well, so that's my concern. I'll move on then. Another big concern for, I was going to say young, but not always young, is acne. So if I come in and my concern is acne, what would you recommend there?
yeah, we've got some great products, and people are so afraid to put oils on their skin if they have oily
Right.
skin or acne. But if you wash the oil off, it's just going to create more oil. So the more, like your skin is, that sebum protects your skin.
Right.
So when you wash it off, your skin kind of freaks out and says, "Where's my protection?" And it just creates more oil. It's like, stop washing off my protection.
Right.
So oils are actually good. Some oils are actually good for acneic or oily skin, and this is one of them. This is hemp seed oil based, and which is really good, and it's got cypress in it and rosemary, which are really good at kind of cleaning out those pores, getting that bacteria. Most of acne is caused by hormones, but if it's caused by bacteria, you can easily get rid of it with just keep your gentle cleanser and then a good oil that kind of goes in there and kills that bacteria.
So it's interesting that you say that about moisturizing your skin, because I always described my skin as oily. I have oily skin, I have oily skin, I have oily skin. And so for that reason, I would avoid moisturizers.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't need them. My skin is oily. The day I started using moisturizer, now I would describe my skin as more dry.
Yeah.
Because somebody explained to me, your skin is trying to balance it, and if you're not giving it moisture, it's gonna want to produce that oil to hydrate it.
Yeah.
And so ever since I've been using moisturizer, I would not describe my skin as oily anymore.
Everybody should wash their face every day. Everybody should. If it's just 2 things you do, wash and moisturize. Yeah. Seriously, that's the best things you can do for your face. And yeah, you're right. Like your face just wants to balance itself out.
Yeah.
And so when it gets like oily, that's a cry for help. Yeah.
So wrinkles. I'm 27, and let me tell you, wrinkles were never something that I thought about until probably about 25, and now it's all I think about. Because I want to prevent them, and when I say that to people my mom's age, they like roll their eyes at me, and but I want to prevent them. So if someone comes in and they're, let's start with this. Let's do 2 categories. There's someone like me and they want to prevent wrinkles, and then there's someone like my mom's age, 60, and they want to slow them down. Do you recommend 2 different things, or do you recommend the same thing?
Well, I mean, actually vitamin C is good for wrinkles as well.
Yeah.
Because vitamin C, it's not like it's for a particular thing, but it helps with so many things, because your skin is just like needs to balance vitamin C to be its best. And so your skin's very resilient. It can rebuild the cells even quicker if you use that and help it out. A good oil, a good like moisturizing oil, good mask is really helpful for that. And you just, you want to take care of your skin. You want to use sunblock every day. Prevention is a bigger thing. Hydration.
Yeah.
People are like really into hyaluronic acid right now because it's so hydrating.
Right.
But the best hydration is drink water all day long. I mean, your skin will be hydrated if you drink water. It'll be your cells will be plumper with the water.
Yeah.
When I go to my massage therapist, she can tell like if I'm dehydrated. Like you can tell in your muscles, and you can tell in your skin tone if you're dehydrated. Your skin looks
your
worse.
lips too.
Yeah.
You need less chapstick and balm if you're drinking water.
That's right. So just drink a lot of water. And then there's certain, I'm vegan, so disclaimer, like I believe a plant-based diet is the most healthy thing. When I stopped eating cheese, I swear I looked 10 years younger in a couple weeks. I mean, it just, anything that causes inflammation is going to age you.
Right.
And so, animal-based products cause inflation.
Yeah.
So if you're really concerned about it, like maybe drop the cheese.
Try it. Why not?
Try it. And if you look better and you feel better, then hey, it's
it works. Okay, so we talked about the vitamin C and E, talked about this one for acne. Talk about some other, that one.
Yeah.
What's this one?
Yeah, that's the same brand, but that's
it's a
cleansing oil. So cleansing oils are really, really popular right now. They're really good at removing eye makeup. They're really good about removing those lip stains that stay on all day and you have to scrub them off. So they're really good at doing that. But they're super, super hydrating, because you're getting you're washing your face with something that's already hydrating.
Right.
You're not using like a foaming cleanser that's going to dry out your skin, and then you have to bounce back and use a moisturizer.
Right.
So this takes care of it. It's really good for aging skin, really good anti-aging technique, because you're just like adding that extra moisture, and it's a very gentle cleanse. And oil, being so viscous, actually goes in your pores and kind of grabs out that makeup, and so that's good. And also if you wear a lot of makeup, like a gel cleanser, these are 2 gel cleansers, are really good, because you think stickiness, so they kind of they stick to your skin, they go into those pores and kind of grab out all the dirt and grime and bacteria, and then you just wash it off. So they feel a little bit weird using them because they're gel-like, but they work really well at removing a lot of makeup.
Stay put. I get nervous about this point in the interview that we're not in the right place, but we are.
Can I talk about sensitive skin? Because we've got some great products for sensitive
please,
skin.
go for it.
Yeah, so a lot of...
what does that mean first?
Well, it's reactive skin. Okay. So, everything they put on their skin, it breaks out, or it gets red, or it itches, so a lot of people have sensitive skin due to allergies. A lot more people have allergies.
Right.
it can go back to the microbiome. We can talk about that all day long, but you know, whatever the source is, they can't put just anything on their face without a reaction. So we've got like really gentle like cream cleansers, which are almost like lotions. Very, very gentle cleansers. And you know, people who have really sensitive skin usually don't wear a lot of makeup because it irritates them. So we've got some really nice gentle products that have like 5 ingredients, you know, that are just really good for you. All plant-based. So yeah, these are a couple good brands for that.
So if I came in, because I did this at about, when I was in Charleston, I was about 23, 24. Bless my mother, she's got the best skin ever, just like naturally. Olive skin tone, I didn't inherit that. So she was never one to really like push skin products because she just like had this great skin. So at 23, 24, I walked into a place similar to this and I was like, I don't do anything for my skin now, I want to start. What would you recommend? Obviously those 4 things that you said, and then
we'd start with those 4 things, and I do get, you know, I work with some estheticians and they send clients here, and they're like, we have to get everything, you know, they have a list, you know. So I talk about their skin, if it's reactive or not, whether they need something for sensitive skin. We've got one brand, that No Makeup brand, is a German brand, and everything they make is for sensitive skin. And they have different actives for different things. Like if you have blackheads, they have a serum for that. If you've got wrinkles, they have a serum for that, but it's all great for sensitive skin. So we've got products that we can, you know, we kind of like, what's your skin doing, you know? Or if they just have like normal skin, like the 1% who just have really great normal skin, you know.
But they want to take care of it.
Yeah, but they want to take care of it, you know. A good cleanser, you know, something that is made for sensitive skin because they don't need a lot of like actives or anything in there, just something that balances your skin, like a good jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is really a good base oil because it mimics it's actually a wax and it mimics your own facial oil. It's got the same chemical properties. So your skin like knows it and recognizes it and doesn't like, you know, break you out or anything.
So you said, and I didn't get you to elaborate on this, you said that you develop products. What is that, like, what does that look like? Talk about that.
So those are my products, and they're all deodorant based. So we have 3 products called Smell My Pits, which is a deodorant, underarm deodorant, which is aluminum free and all natural, plant based. Smell My Bod is a body spray, so it's actually an anti-inflammatory body spray to use like after the gym or after you work out or in the heat that we're in right now, but it's really nice and soft and smells really gentle and sweet. So it's a good fragrance if you don't like a lot of fragrance. And then we've got a deodorant foot spray, which kills the bacteria that causes foot odor, so you can spray it in your shoes and on your feet. Again, after the gym, spray it in your sneakers and let them sit there overnight, and they're good to go the next day. Little ballet flats like you'd wear without socks, and they get kind of
like these, honestly. Well, every time I take them off.
You just spray a little bit in there. It's got red thyme and tea tree oil, and vetiver, which is like a woody smell. But vetiver is very grounding, but the tea tree and thyme actually kill the bacteria, and they kill like fungus, and you know, they're antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial. We can't put that on the labels because the FDA doesn't let us do that. But
why?
It becomes a medicinal product, pharmaceutical. So and then you have to go through all the testing and approval for that. But we all know that herbs can do some wonderful things, and essential oils can do some wonderful things. And so the foot spray is definitely a winner. It's popular. But the deodorant Smell My Pits is by far the best seller, especially in the summer.
When did you start doing that?
So I had a skincare line, Botanicals, and I rebranded. I kind of did it on the side as my side hustle for a while. And I quit my job of 19 years in the government and decided to rebrand and focus on a niche, which is clean deodorant, which everybody uses deodorant for the most part. And some people don't. Some people don't need to, and that's great. Most people need to.
That's like less than the 1%.
Most people need to, and some people who don't use it need to. But it's just really gentle. It's a great formula because it's got a little bit of baking soda in, which is really effective for killing odor, but a lot of baking soda causes sensitivity, and people break out in rashes when they use baking soda. But ours has a really low threshold, so it doesn't cause sensitivity. It also has argan oil and calendula oil, which are really high in anti-inflammatory properties. So like if it does irritate, it like brings that down, and it's really calm and soothing, and it's just got like a nice gentle citrus floral smell.
That's quite a process too, like researching the ingredients and
Yeah, I did.
How did you go about doing that?
Well, I got a diploma in skincare, organic skincare formulation from Formula Botanica, which is an accredited online school in the UK.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I got the advanced diploma and several certificates to learn how to formulate the products.
Right.
I have a manufacturer do it, but they're all my formulations. So
Right.
we had so many iterations of the deodorant just to make sure we got it right. And it's in a tube too, which is kind of a cute little application because it's, you can kind of throw it in your tote bag, throw it in your, gym bag or whatever.
And not worrying about it melting.
And not worry about it melting.
Because I've had deodorants, like if you keep them in your hot car, that they just like, they just get so gross.
Yeah, but it's really effective. We just are really happy with the formula being super effective. And it's called Smell My Pits, and like customers have come in, I said, you can smell my pits if you want. And they have, and I've sold one every time.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But it's meant to be fun. I can announce this. We are launching an Urban Outfitters in September, so it's just.
I didn't know if you could announce that. That's so cool.
I can announce that one.
I thought that's why, because we're recording, so I didn't want to ask you.
I can do that one.
Say that again. Big news coming in September.
Yeah, there's big news coming in September. So Field will be launching all 3 of our products in Urban Outfitters. So that's pretty exciting. It fits really well with the lifestyle brand because it's products you use every day. It's for, there's a lot of talk about a lot of different areas on the female body right now that need attention, but we don't talk about feet and foot odor. And so, getting that out there and talking about body odor and foot odor, and it's like, we don't want to stop the sweating process because it's very healthy. It's detoxifying for the skin, but we don't want to smell bad either. So it's kind of like, well, let's get some products that like allow your body to go through the normal process of sweating it out, but you don't smell like a gym.
Well, and it fits the Urban Outfitters brand of being like kind of raw, like smell my pits, smell my bud. That's cool.
So we're really excited about that.
Works well. September. I'm gonna need to. Is there a date in September?
5th-ish.
5th-ish. Okay. When I get back to my phone, I'm gonna put that in my calendar because I think that would be a cool, like, separate story. Because this story is gonna have you, the barbershop, Hawthorne talking about the program, but I think that would be cool in September because I think that like small Augusta brand, you would not think that your product would be selling in a store that.
And by then I can announce the other one too.
Good. And I think that it's inspirational for people. Like, don't ever think like you're in small town Augusta and you can't, be on a global scale. Urban Outfitters. When I was in Brussels, Urban Outfitters is in Brussels. Yeah.
Well, this is what it takes is going through this process of, like I said. Coming back to what you're interviewing me about is like having that business plan, like having your ducks in a row, like knowing like 3 years down the road where you want to be financially, where you want to be with your business. Plan all that out. And things change. It's an organic plan. I'm changing those numbers on a weekly basis. I go back to my spreadsheets and I'm like, well, this didn't happen, but this did happen. So, I've got a new customer here, a new wholesale account there, and so changing those numbers around, and just kind of keeping up with that is really important to always have that 3-year outlook, at least a 3-year outlook, or else you just don't have a path to follow, and that's it's pretty aimless.
Yeah.